I'll start. Yo, yo, yo. What is going on, everybody? It is great to have you with us. This is Rapping for Days. Thank you so kindly for joining us. I imagine we got a few things to talk about here, whether it's, hey, we stayed with Kansas City. We were so close.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what my 14-year-old daughter said. Well, to only lose by 7 points to the team that won the Super Bowl last year, that's not bad. Yeah, if you want to take that 14-year-old perspective, go right ahead. But we're going to speak our talk tonight. We're going to be very, very blunt and very, very honest. So if bluntness bothers you, this ain't the place for you. Shout out in the Rap, you go ahead and say your intro real quick, and then we'll do the shout outs.
Shit, yeah, man. We here, man. We're going to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about it, man. We appreciate everybody that's going to tap in tonight. We appreciate y'all, man. It's going to go down, man. You already know one of the best post-game shows because you know what? We ain't going to beat on that bush. You feel me? Like, we're going to tell it for what it is, man. Let's just get to it for sure.
All right. Right off the bat, we got Davey Chains in the building. What's going on, Davey? It is good to see you as well. We have, I was going to say, I was about to say, yes, you do that because I'm doing this. Young Cringe, going to take a positive look. Better draft pick. You damn right. Yep. And the Chiefs needed everything to go their way. That's true. Skull Mafia in the building. What's going on? This team is bad right now. Yep. That's exactly right. My worthless opinion, the single greatest Facebook, Twitter, YouTube handle of all time, because your opinion is rarely worthless, especially on our shows. We got Skull for Life Barber in the building. What's going on, Skull for Life?
Shout out to y'all, man.
Ryan's in the building. What's up? Hey, we're going to talk. We're going to talk about this. JJ Vikings, our little nephew, thank you kindly for joining us. I'm pissed.
Shout out nephew, man.
Stupid game, stupid everything. You ain't lying. You are not lying.
Shout out Vikings gaming in the building. I see you, guy.
All right, Gil, what's going on? Scolding, what's going on? Bad team and JJ. Bad team, JJ's. That's all there is to it. For the most part, you ain't lying. Yeah. Yeah, we didn't get mollywopped. That's true. Viking Gaming, there you are. So we are caught up on shout outs here. So where do you want to start with this monstrosity, Rap? Where do you want to start?
I want to start out, first of all, man, I want to start out with coaching. I know for sure that Kevin O'Connell, man, listen, dog, I knew today, I said he needs to coach most likely his best game that he coached to be able to beat this team. And he made some crucial mistakes. Now, the play calling, I don't know. I got to go back and watch it. I feel like this is one of them games I really got to go back and watch it again to really see. Now, there's a lot of shit we're going to talk about that was obvious, right? But as far as like the play calling, certain situation play call, we can talk about the timeouts. We know that. Me and you were both like, I actually told you that the timeouts weren't going to matter at the end, but they could have mattered, I guess. There still wasn't that much time on the clock. But if you did have those timeouts in your pocket, I think it would have helped you out more than
at least two of them anyway.
Yeah.
Exactly. If you're going to take one on defense because, you got the wrong guys out there, okay.
Right.
But who in the hell tells KOC to make that challenge? That was the dumbest challenge ever. And that reminded me of Mike Zimmer, who would make emotional challenges, particularly when it was the defense, because he was pissed that his defense didn't make a stop. So, no, let's challenge that.
Yo, this team, man, listen, at the end of the day, man, this team is hilarious, bro.
Yes,
like, let's just call it for what it is, man. This team is hilarious, bro. Right. Like, it's one of those things where And this is the facts, man. The season, as far as the playoffs and all that go, it's over with, guys. Listen, you can try to sip the purple Kool-Aid all you want, man, but we just gonna tell you for what it is. We gotta break the bad news and the truth to you. The as far as playoffs, get it out your head. Playoffs, playoffs, man. I should have put that in the damn soundboard.
Yeah, no kidding.
You know what I'm saying?
At the end of the day,
that's not happening.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not. Skolden, what's going on? Shout out Skolden in the building.
Yeah.
What the hell? First of all, JJ, why are you using such language?
I know, right? Yeah, dang, JJ.
He's like, you know what?
Man, don't rub off on your Uncle Rap, man. Don't let that happen.
Yeah. These big purple Kool-Aid drinkers can kiss my tushes.
Hey, I'm telling you, nephew. I tried to tell you, nephew, man. You know, these purple Kool-Aid drinkers, man, they try to, but hey, look, it's okay though to be a fanatic for your team because we are too. Like at the end of the day, like me and Dave, tomorrow we're gonna wake up and still be fans of the Vikings, still love the Vikings. But for
Absolutely.
the situation of what the season is today,
Right
like what
now.
the season is right now, like I mean,
Mhm.
the facts are just the facts. You know what I mean? And this team is not winning 6, 7 games in a row. So for the ones who think that, well, we're about to face the Bears and then we got this easy stretch, bro, there is no stretch easy for the Minnesota Vikings. All right. You're not going to tell me that we're going to be able to go out there and dominate not one team in the league right now. Not one. You know what I'm saying? And that is including the Bears. So, hey, look, hey, I'm going to
Let's
just keep
call
it
it for
real,
what it
man.
is.
Let's
Let's
just
call it
call it
for
for
what
what
it
it
is.
is. Yeah, let's call
And
it for
it's
what it is,
funny.
man.
Well, here's what's funny. Those who say we just got to get past San Francisco, and if we can be 2-5, we can win 5 games in a row before the bye week to get to 7-5. What in the hell about this team shows you anything that would lead you to believe they could win 5 games in a row? That's number one. Number two, you shouldn't be thinking about the Chicago Bears as a gimme anymore. They looked
Absolutely not.
really good against Denver, lost it in overtime. They mollywopped the Washington football team. They've had 3 extra days of rest because they got a mini bye because they played on Thursday. And oh, by the way, it will be the first home game since the late, great Dick Butkus died. You think the Bears are not going to come out to play for one of their legends because they'll have a ceremony, a moment of silence, all that good stuff. And all I'm saying is this. Even if you do beat Chicago, okay, who have you beaten so far? The 0 and whatever Carolina Panthers,
and the one and
and
whatever.
and the 1-win team, the Chicago Bears.
and
But
that
we're
and
gonna
that'll
win
give some of
5
y'all
in a
hope.
row.
Yeah,
But we're gonna get
that'll
5 in
give
a row.
people hope. Yeah. That's crazy. We
I'm
beat a
sorry.
we beat a 0-5 team, and we beat a 1-4 team, and yet that'll make some fans feel like, oh, you know what? There's hope there, man. Stop it. All right. At some point, man, we got to start being realistic, man. You know what I mean? And that's what we're here for. Now, let's talk about this game though, because we did. Hey, look, they shocked me. I had to score 35-20. I thought we were going to get blown out a little more. But hey, they kept it close though. So that I guess if you want to look for a silver lining in this game is they kept it close, but guess what? That's what Viking football is. Keeping games close. We always do that, right?
Even last year, we kept it close and we just got
Yeah.
a bunch of wins.
We kept
It's
it
like we
close,
got
man.
all of them last year. We're not getting any of them this year.
Yeah, and
You
people
know?
were like, well, why can't the Vikings get any of that luck that the Chiefs were getting tonight? We did 11 times last year.
Last
You know what I'm
year.
saying? Last year we got a bunch of it. So, hey, look, it's time now to actually have to win the games. And we're seeing without any luck, and we're seeing that we cannot do that. Right. There was some shady calls in this game, though. No, there
One
was some shady
couple.
calls.
There was some that a lot of people are offended by that I'm not. Yeah, Skolden, I got the game on my phone right below here too, and Reps got the Sunday night football game.
Yeah,
so
I'm watching the Sunday night football game. I'm actually watching our live to make sure everything looks good. But yeah, now I'm watching the Sunday night football game though. Yep. But yeah, man, shout out to everybody in the building, man. We love y'all. We know y'all gonna come over here because y'all want to hear that real talk. And that's what we're gonna bring to y'all, man. Shout out my Skull bro in the building, man. I see you, my guy, man. Appreciate you tapping in tonight. Ryan, I see you. He said, yeah. And I have a better chance of Scarlett Johnson. Hey, Scarlett Johnson, that's my B right there. You hear me? Like,
Scarlett Johansson, you talking about?
Yeah. That's my B right there now. I'm gonna tell you right now, man. Watch him out. Watch him out now. We might fight over that.
That's some funny stuff, bro. That's some funny stuff. Let me get a couple of shout outs to the people. Well, first off, I want to get this comment up there. Here's my pie chart of blame: 49% gutless refs, 51% unfocused team. Everything from fumbles, drop passes, terrible challenge, absolutely. Baker Square fence choke pie. That's good, Gil. Young cringe gamer in the building. What's going on? I'm not going up in the draft unless it's Caleb Williams.
Said, wow. Yeah, great. My bad. I'm talking about Sarah. Sarah said, wow, Dave and Mello or something else. Why? Because they over there talking about probably how good Kirk Cousins
about
is.
How nothing is.
What are they over there talking about? How great Kirk is? for
Yeah,
sure.
right. Skull Mafia, it's over now. You're right, Mafia. Shout out Vaughn in the building and this goddamn dumpster fire. You ain't lying, Vaughn. You ain't lying. But
Hey, bro, go ahead. Go ahead, man.
you ain't lying. And I'd say Drake May, that's fine. Caleb Williams, that's fine. Those are my top two, obviously. Anybody but Kirk, as Skull Mafia would say. Yeah, man, checks out two different calls. They both get. Listen, I'm irritated by the non-pass interference call, but I'm not tripping over it because it was an uncatchable ball. And I said earlier when I was talking with Brian, if the Vikings defense was on the field and Patrick Mahomes throws that up and it almost hit the crossbar, no, the upright,
right,
and they called pass interference on us, we would be livid.
And that's the thing. We out here looking for a blessing, man.
Yes.
We just need to be a good football team, man. Like, stop being out here looking for a blessing. You feel me? Like, just win the damn football game, man. That's the one thing that gets on my nerves is that after games like this, we always looking for, the ref should have saved us. The ref should have did that. No. How about you just execute and go win the football game how you're damn supposed to, man? Look what the Lions did today to the damn Carolina Panthers. They showed us how you handle a sorry-ass football team, bro. They did. You know what I mean? And, hey, look, and they beat the Chiefs. The Chiefs are beatable, though. You know, that's what they showed me today. They are beatable. And we could have won this game if we would just be a good football team, but we're not.
Here's the thing. Defensively, they played as well as could be expected. They made Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense earn every single yard that they got. Patrick Mahomes wasn't just whipping it down the field 20, 30, 50 yards and just making big play after big play. Patrick Mahomes got out of some blitzes, and we got him a couple times, but he got out of some blitzes. I'm going to say Cam Bynum, you misjumped your timing on the jump. Okay, whatever. But what I'm saying is if I had told you on Friday, Rap, that this defense was going to give up 27 points, you would have taken that in a heartbeat.
Right.
All of us would have taken that. You would have just said, okay, 27 points against Patrick Mahomes? Hell yes. Yeah, the defense wasn't perfect. It's not going to be perfect. It's Patrick Mahomes. So all I'm going to say is, and what's funny about it, it's the same thing every week. Not executing correctly, dropping passes. It's the same stuff. And at that point, it's Kevin O'Connell. He's the head coach. Some questionable play calling, but not horrible. Not horrible. But Kirk was kind of putting some fastballs in there. But other than that, those guys got to make those. Alexander Madison, he's our boy. Darrell, we love him. We've met him in person. But let's call it for what it is. That screen pass would have either been a touchdown or at the very least 1st and goal inside the 5. Maybe they get him down just short of the goal line. Real quick before you respond to that, Skull for Life in the building. What's going on, Skull for Life? I appreciate you.
And he keeps running the ball with them as if we still have Cook on the team, man. You know what I mean? Can't run that same offense, man. I'm just saying,
no,
man. I'm never gonna let it go, man. Stop running the ball back there like you got Cook, man. I mean, hey, look, I'm just keeping it real, man. Them touchdowns, we gave that away. We traded them off, remember?
Yep. Wow, Dave. These fools still want us to be 10-7. Yeah, great.
Shout out Sean the Bomb in the building. T Bass in the building. I see you, man.
Sean the Bomb. Oh, you all the way down there. All right. Last year didn't mean a thing. Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah. You are absolutely right.
You've seen. Hold on, man. I seen one. Hold on. Let me see one.
Bandito in the building. Yeah. Plenty of blame to go around, but KOC lost it on the field. Yeah. You burning timeouts.
Yeah, last year ain't mean shit. Last year ain't mean shit.
No, it really doesn't. Shout out to Grandpa.
Last year is last year, man. You know what I'm saying?
Let that crap go too. I don't care. First off, we lost in the first round. If we had lost in the NFC Championship game, we can talk about last year. We lost in the first round.
Hey, Day, real quick, y'all. Y'all hold it. Y'all, hey, real quick. You hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, hold it down real quick. I'm gonna restart my thing real quick.
All right, that's fine.
3 minutes.
I got plenty. I got plenty.
Remove me off the stream really quick. I'll be right back, y'all.
All right, there we go. What's going on, everybody? It is great to have you with me. You know what? With all due respect, I'll change it back once Rap gets here. But you know what? I'm more comfortable in my element this way. If you didn't already hit the like button on your way in, we got 38 people in the building. Hit that like button. If you do not already subscribe to Purple and Gold for Days or Purple Pocket Podcast, give us a sub, y'all, because we're going to do this all night. Shout out to My Worthless Opinion. For the $5 super chat. We appreciate you. This is to sponsor Sarah's segment. I like that. Shout out to Yogi. If I missed you earlier, but I starred you, and then we just started rambling. So shout out to Yogi if you're still in the building. 6-Shooter Gaming. What's going on? Salute, Rap. Justin, I'm done with TJ Hawkinson. I'd rather keep Johnny Munn for half the price. I'm over him. 7 drops from 5 different sets. Well, the dropsies was ridiculous this entire game. I mean, again, first play of the game. Nice completion to your blocking tight end, and he drops the ball. Okay. And our guy in the zone, he said he wouldn't have re-signed TJ Hawkinson. And we said, oh, are you kidding? We gave up a 2nd-round pick for him. He's a top 5 tight end. Absolutely. Oh, I didn't see you, Sarah. DM me on Twitter. We'll get you on. Hell yes. It's effing over. This team hardly beat Carolina. Yeah, I know. You're in the right place tonight, Sarah. I'm sorry. Did I really have any faith in this team in the first place? I figured that Green Bay and Chicago would be horrible, and I figured that the Lions would lion. So, yes, I figured we could win a division, but I said right off the bat, this team ain't going anywhere, just like last year. Maybe they win the wild card round at home, depending on who they were playing. But now it's like, okay, worst fears have come true. I know I shouted you just a minute ago, but just to make sure you hear me. What's up, Greg? GMAC72 in the building. What's going on? Set up the interior O-line. Here's what I'm going to say about the O-line. You know how Peyton Manning and Tom Brady and Drew Brees and Aaron Rodgers, they were all credited with, well, they make their offensive lines better because they get the ball out quick and they sidestep. And it's just those little things that a quarterback can do to make your offensive line look better than it really is. The inverse is true with Kirk Cousins. Now, again, I'm not saying anything bad about him today, for the most part, other than having a little extra zip on a couple of passes that ended up being drops. I'm not going to say anything bad about Kirk. He took a couple of hits. He got the ball out a couple of times. It's unfortunate that pass to Addison, that he couldn't just get it a little more to his right so that it would have been, quote unquote, a catchable ball and therefore interference. But again, the fact that it was a third from the sideline in the back line of the end zone, I can't say that them picking up the flag was a bad call. I can't say that. As I said earlier, if the Vikings were on defense and our opponent threw a pass that was nowhere near and they called pass interference on us, we would be livid for it. So I'm the kind of fan that I'm going to look at it objectively, because anytime you say there should have been a flag, you have to ask yourself one question. If that was the other way, would we be okay with it, or would we be livid? And if we'd be livid, then we've got to accept that one. But I'm just going to say this, and then I'm going to get back to the comments because I know you guys got some in here. Justin Jefferson, we got to find out real quick. And to be honest with you, if we're going to be a middling to bad team, then keep him out until he's 100%. I don't want Justin Jefferson on the field at 80, 85%. That's dumb. That's stupid. If you were, I don't know, 5-0 right now, and you just beat the Chiefs, but you lost Justin Jefferson, yeah, you try to get him back as quick as possible because you're actually doing something. You are 1-4. I can't. You're not in the studio yet. If we're 1-4, and the only victory we have is against the 0-whatever Carolina Panthers. You are. Oh, now you are. He's getting there. All right, so I got to change it back. That's fine. I was out of my element for a minute, so we're going to change it back. And then we're going to bring Rap in here, and then we're going to switch that over here, and then we're going to put Rap under Rappin' and Day under Days. All right. So you got your stuff reset, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, man. I had to reset that thing real quick. My
All
fault,
right.
y'all, man.
No, that's
They
fine.
was like skipping his shit. I'm trying to hear what he talking about, man. My shit was skipping his shit, but we back now, man. We official now.
All right, we official. Sarah, let me know when you have DM'd me on Twitter. I'll send you the link because yes, you absolutely can get on the show tonight. Absolutely. 6-game shooter. I shouted you out. Young cringe. I can't remember, but Cam, most of the game shut out Kelsey. Yeah, for the most part. For the most part. Bandino, I know I already got you. JJ, don't quit on us. It's all part of being a fan of this team. Yeah, again, that's why we are gluttons for punishment. Shout out Skull for Life Barber. 49ers are going to destroy us. You are absolutely correct. Shauna Bomb, we got you. T-Bass, we got you. Dylan in the building. What's going on, Dylan? Sorry, it took me a minute to get to you. Give a shout. Give a horn for Dylan there.
Shout out to Dylan, man. Shout out Dylan in the building. Appreciate you tapping in, Brody.
There you go.
Sure.
I love this one. If I'm crazy tomorrow, I'm selling like it's 1929. I've made this point, and I said, if you lose to the Bears and you're 1-6 a week before the trade deadline, you put out feelers for KJ Osborne, Daniil Hunter, Harrison Smith, even maybe Ezra Cleveland, and just play Reisner. And dare I say, you go to Kirk Cousins and say, hey, we're not finna re-sign you next year. So give us a list of teams. I know you don't want to move your family, whatever else, but give us a list of teams that you would be willing to accept. We'll call them and say, hey, do you want Kirk Cousins? And would you give him an extension? If we can work something out, we work something out. And if it gets that bad, then I just bench Kirk Cousins and let's go with Jared Mahomes Hall. I know that some people are going to think that's crazy. If your season is over, there's no point in playing Kirk Cousins. Find out what you got from Jared Hall. I know that's sacrilege. That's sacrilege to say. I know that. But as Sarah said earlier, if you think we're going to go 10-7 after starting out 1-4, okay, so we only going to lose 3 more games this year? Really? Come on. You know, you're losing 1 to San Francisco. I know Cincinnati's look like garbage so far this season, but I think by the time we play them, they're going to have it figured out. I like this one from T-Bass. Purple Kool-Aid went sour today. Purple Kool-Aid went sour. That's the line of the night so far. That's the night of the 4.
Yeah, for sure, man. The 49ers going to spank the shit out of us, man.
Oh, they're going to curb stomp. But shout out, drops out, Jake. What's up, everyone? KOC's I said that before you got here. I put the most of it on KOC. Ditter in the building. What's going on?
Shout out Dave in the building, man. Appreciate you, Dave Ditter. Appreciate you tapping in, man. Listen, I know, hey, my boy Ditter ready, man. I know you ready, man. You got the future quarterback of the Vikings lined up, man, for sure, man. Tell us where we going with it, man. And look, I just want to make it clear. I'm not blaming this game on Kirk Cousins, right? I'm not blaming this game on Kirk Cousins.
No. It's
just a team with Kirk Cousins on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it boils down to. It's just 3-4 years of us seeing, you know, and obviously he's been on the team longer than that, but you know, the pattern has the particular pattern has been going on for 3 or 4 years of just a team with Kirk Cousins as the quarterback. And you know what? It's time to switch it up. This game today had nothing to do with Kirk Cousins as far as him, you know, playing horrible. He played a decent game, played a regular game, right? He played a regular ass game. That's just what it is.
You know what? For what he had, he did the best he could. Again, let's those drops hurts.
Yeah, but there were some throws in there that were, you know, high behind and shit like that. But you know, TJ Hawkinson, man, like I gotta say, man, our boy in the zone might be right, man. He said, man, look, we paid TJ Hawkinson way too much money and paid him too soon, man. We could have definitely replaced his ass. And you know what? That boy might have been right, man, because I'm going to keep it real with you, man. TJ Hawkinson, for the money you're getting, bruh, like, dog, if it hit your hands like that, you're supposed to catch it. Yes. You are supposed to catch the ball, man.
Here, it goes back to what I said earlier, Reb. Shout out Scoja Soup. What's going on?
Shout out my boy Scoja.
We're 5 games into the season. It's the same stuff. It's dropped passes. It's fumbles. It's poor execution. Poor planning. I got you, Sarah. I'm gonna get you in a minute. Uh, Dave says, "Bring on Sarah, please." We gonna get Sarah in about 2 minutes. Andrew in the building. What's
Yeah,
going
we
on?
break
I gotta
Sarah
get
up.
caught up on these shout outs, and then we'll get Sarah on. Joey Hawking in the building. What's Joey? Hey, what's going on? Yes, Ryan. Thank you again. Hit the like button on the way. Wipe your feet at the door, as my guides say. Johnny Munn's making half as much, maybe. Yeah, but
Johnny
again, it's
Munn.
done. It's done. Now
Yeah,
you can't trade
pretty
him now.
much.
You could have traded him before you gave him this contract. If you did before then, okay, great. T-Bass, I
Right.
have no faith in last year's team. Yeah, that too. Last year's team was probably a 10-win team that got all the luck, just like the year before was an 8-win team that got no luck. And now the chickens are coming home to
Yeah.
roost.
And T-Bass, you got a good point. There's no leadership on this damn team, man. We stated that 2 weeks ago. There's no leadership on this team. Nobody, Purple Papa that taps in with us gives this team more leadership than than the 53 men that are actually out there. I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro. No, there's just no alpha dog on that field, man. None. And that's including Justin Jefferson, man. That's including Justin Jefferson. He might be the best wide receiver in the league, but he is not a alpha dog, man. He's not. I'm sorry, dog. We don't have it.
Let
We
me
just
ask
don't.
you this. Do you think that he's not an alpha dog, or do you think that because Cousins is there and up until last year Thielen was there, do you think he's saying to himself, I gotta acquiesce to the quarterback, the 35-year-old, 10-year, 11-year veteran quarterback? Because I think to a certain extent, he hasn't let that dog out of him because he feels like he might be out of place for it. I mean, last year,
Man,
this
listen,
third
you either
year,
a
right?
alpha or you not. I mean,
Well, that's true.
you born like that. Like it's just one of those things where, I guess the Vikings are struggling to find, they're just struggling to find, people that have that trait must be, because especially when it comes to the code. Why is the screen like that? Why are we up there like that?
I was getting us ready for when Sarah comes in so that she's got
Oh,
to start.
okay.
That's
Yeah, but
yes.
like I'm just like, yo, like, like there's no leader on this fucking team, man.
No,
Let's
there's no
just
leader.
call it for what it is, dog. There's
Yeah.
no leader on this team, and our quarterback is not a damn alpha dog. Yes, he puts up the stats and all that, and you can harp on that all you want, but I'm telling you right now, this team is exactly the same with Kirk Cousins on this motherfucker. We gonna always come down to the wire. And this year we're losing the wire games. All right. Last year we
Mhm.
got lucky and won them. This year we losing them. So no, it is what it is, man. If you want to keep seeing that, then hey, be my guest and keep riding for it. I'm ready for a change. God damn it. I'm just waiting on
Don't
you.
bail on us,
She's
JJ.
waiting. She's waiting
Yes.
on
Yeah, I put the link in. I forgot to hit send. I just sent it, Sarah. But to G Max point, to Greg's point, the Wilfs will never sign off on a fire sale. I agree that the Wilfs have shown you no evidence because they had an opportunity in 2020 to fire sale. I get it. But I think that now that it's Kwesi, who hasn't been with this team for 15 years the way Rick Spielman was too afraid to rock the boat. Maybe
right.
Kwesi will be able to get through to the Wilfs to say, there's no point in us winning 6-7 games. There's
Yeah.
no point into it.
Right.
So if I can get something if I can get some return assets, then why wouldn't I? Don't make this a 6-7 win team when I can make it a 2-win team. And again, I'm not saying that I would like that. I wouldn't like it. It would suck. But I'm willing to accept that for a year or two to put us in a better position. But we got special guest Sarah in the building.
Team ass, man.
It really is. Sarah, give us your thoughts.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
Yeah, we
we
can
can
hear
hear
you.
you.
Okay. Look, I am sick and tired of hearing about Kurt's stats, okay? I don't give a shit about his stats. I don't give a shit about how many touchdowns he threw or how many comebacks he had. It don't fucking matter, okay? We lost. What? I am pissed about these fake-ass Viking fans who claim to be Vikings fans, but they're really Kirk fans. They're sitting here talking about how Kirk did so well and this and this and that. What does it fucking matter? We lost. Why are you gloating about his damn stats when the team lost? Kirk is not a fucking leader. Do you see anybody on the team wanting to run through a wall for Kirk? Hell fucking no. Why? Because he's there to collect a paycheck. You don't see him like being a dog or anything. I need my quarterback to have that dog in him, because at times like this, when we're down like this, he needs to be able to pick the team up and go on a run to score a damn touchdown. He can't do that shit, and how people still think he's gonna lead us to the Super Bowl is beyond my fucking mind. I'm sorry, I don't mean to swear, but I am so fucking pissed at these damn Kirk stands. I just got yelled at the other show because I said Kirk isn't a dog, and they're like, I'm delusional. I'm like, he is not a dog. Okay, sure, yeah, he takes a lot of hits, okay? That's not being a dog. Being a dog is when your team is down and you lead them back. You do whatever you need to get your team ready to go down the field and score a fucking touchdown, okay?
Yeah.
He is not a fucking dog. And the other thing that really bothers me, okay, you know what? People are like, oh, it's cool that Kirk takes Tuesdays off. No, you know what? He works 6 months out of the year, and he gets the rest of those months off. He can spend time with his family during his off time, okay? He's a fucking professional athlete that gets paid millions of dollars, and if he doesn't want to be all in and put all his 100% in, get the fuck out of here and get somebody who does, okay? That's all I gotta say, man.
For sure, man.
Oh, Sarah, bring
real
the heat.
Vikings fan. See,
Yeah.
that's what a real Vikings fan sounds like. You know what I'm
Yes, a
saying?
real Vikings fan does not settle for mediocrity year after year after bleeping year.
Fact.
Sarah, I wish, because like
I hope your night get better, Sarah.
yeah,
I hope your
absolutely.
night get better.
Yeah,
I
and
forget
with
who
this
said it.
notion that we're gonna still make a run for what? What is the fucking point
To
of us
lose in the
making
first
a run?
round, Sarah. To
We
lose
don't
in the
even
first
have
round.
a roster that can go to the Super Bowl, so there
Nope.
is no fucking point.
No, there really
Jesus
isn't.
fucking Christ.
It's not
Sorry.
that difficult, Sarah. It's short-term pain for long-term gain. And
Hey,
some
well, we
people
love
just
it.
don't
We
want
love
it.
you, Sarah. We love
Yeah,
you.
you coming on every week.
For sure.
We-
Yeah,
Hey,
absolutely.
you got a
We
spot
love you.
every week, Sarah. Doesn't matter
Absolutely.
which one we on. Doesn't
Absolutely.
matter which you on. You got anything else, Sarah, before you go?
No, I'm just so sick and tired of this. We can still make a run. All we're gonna do is make us draft higher and then
Yep.
spend all these extra draft capital that we need to use on other positions to go get a number one. All because some fucking people are selfish, wanting to win more for no reason. We have no reason to win any more games. We don't even have a roster to compete if we make it to the playoffs. We're just chasing fool's gold. Get over it. It's over.
Yeah. Shout out my worthless opinion. He said I feel like Sarah's still holding back. I hear you. I hear you.
She'll be a
other
little
than
more
that,
spicy
though-
next week. She'll be a little more spicy next week when we on Raps channel, but that's
Oh,
all right.
God.
Tonight, I don't even care. If some people leave me because there's a few F-bombs, you know what? I ain't gonna. Hey, I'm sorry. You know,
Man, ain't
Sarah
nobody
getting
gonna
raw.
leave 'cause it's
Absolutely.
a left
It's T-Bass. Bingo. I was, you know what? I got about four people. I got to get up in here. We got Mick in the building. Get
Yeah.
Zoe in here. I want to see who all he wants. You ain't lying about that. He want to trade everybody.
Zoe gonna be like, just give her the whole franchise. Shit,
Yeah.
trade the Vikings logo and all. Goddamn it!
Shout out James in the building. Shout out Kofi in the building. Justin, you know what? At least you got it to come on and say I was wrong. Sports Haven in the building. What's going on? We got Paul H, who's got Team Tank. I'll get back to that in a minute. It looks like we got a Chiefs fan. Hey, to the victors, go to spoils. It was a fun game to watch if it wasn't one of your teams. If that was any other team but the Vikings, I would have said, wow, what a fun game to watch.
Yeah.
But it was the Vikings.
Yeah.
So at the end, it is what it is. But thanks for coming by. We appreciate you, man. And we appreciate you, just being, a gracious winner, so to speak. That's what I was trying to say.
Right.
But let's get to Paul's comment, Team Tank. It's not a tank unless you trade Justin Jefferson. If you trade pending free agents who you're not going to re-sign, that's not a tank. But the Kirk stands want to say, we'd be tanking if we traded off KJ Osborne. Oh, what a tank job. We'd be tanking if we got rid of Daniil Hunter. We'd be tanking.
I don't even
That's
think
not tanking.
I don't think tanking exists in the NFL, to be honest with you, man. It's a myth, bro. Like, I just think teams that aren't good just aren't good. Like, because if you think about the first round, the teams that always have the number one pick, Like, it ain't because they tanked. It's just because they just don't. Their team is trash, bro. Like, it would be different if, like, Kansas City Chiefs, winded up losing, 16 games or something with Patrick Mahomes and them on the squad. You would be like, yo, what the fuck's happening? You know what I mean?
Right.
But, yeah, I mean, I think the bad teams just always pick first. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is, man. Think about the teams that pick first. I mean,
I
they just
totally
bad.
get you.
So I mean, like tanking. I mean, yeah, people throw it around like, oh, we should tank. You know what tanking is? Just rolling your team out there and playing every damn
it's
Sunday.
not even about that anymore.
Just go out there and play.
Here's the thing. If you found a way to move off Kirk, and you have to play Nick Mullins or even Jaron Mahomes Hall, that increases your chances of losing more and more. So yes, keeping Kirk,
I guess so.
If you kept Kirk, we could find our way 5-6 wins, but you get rid of him, you got about 3 wins, and you in the top 5.
Right.
Again, I hate that it's 5 weeks into the season, and that's what we're talking about. That drives me nuts.
It does.
That
it does.
We are talking about a 1-win team that only beat Carolina, who's a no-win team.
And barely beat them.
And barely. Yes, the Lions showed you what the Vikings should have done if they were a halfway decent team by absolutely destroying the Carolina Panthers. 42-24 was the final score. I didn't even see what the final score was. And they got 14 points in the fourth quarter in garbage time. Okay. The Detroit Lions scored 14 points in the first quarter, 14 points in the second, and 14 points in the fourth. When is the last time the Vikings had more than 30 points, much less more than 40 points? Somebody do some research. Tell me the last time they had 40 points, because I sure don't remember.
Bro, a team with man, I hate to bring up Kirk, man, but a team with Kirk Cousins, man. You know what I'm saying? It just ain't that type of football game, man. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Isaiah in the building. What's going on? Yeah, I would trade KJ in a minute.
KJ, man, is definitely KJ is. I mean, he is what he is, man. I mean, my expectations for KJ aren't that high, so it's hard for me to get mad at him because they're not that high. Like, I know that he's at number 3. You feel me? You shouldn't be throwing your number 3 the ball that many times, especially in crucial situations. When you have a first-round draft pick in Addison that has already proven to be miles ahead of him, miles ahead of KJ when it comes to talent level, but yet you still sit there, and you can blame some of that on the play calling, but some of that also has to go on Kirk Cousins for knowing your personnel, man. Know your personnel. Know that regardless of what the play call is, man, get the better person the football if it's a crucial third down or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's just one of those things, man. You have to override the play call sometimes. It should not be that difficult. And that's why I say the Vikings play like robots, man. You know what I mean? We play straight to the, you ever thought about a law-abiding citizen, man? That's what the Vikings are like. The Vikings are gonna follow the rules to the T, goddamn.
Right, just like computers. Exactly. You program a computer, it follows the instructions to the T. And that's exactly it. Shout out Mateo in the building. He says get rid of the KKK. Kevin Kwesi. No, that's the line of the night. Sorry, Sarah or T-Bass, whichever had it before. Mateo's got the line of the nights at this point. Yeah, it was 42-10 going into 4. So yeah, T-Bass agrees. KLC trash. This team is bad, even at basic things like catching the ball, security, all security. No, it should be a bunch of correctable things, and they haven't been corrected.
Right.
They haven't been.
Right. And that just shows you, like, this is my thing. Like with ball security, right? That's the offensive side of the ball's fault. That has a lot to do with coaching, but it also has a lot to do with not having a leader on your offense. Like, not having somebody there that holds the other teammates up accountable. That's what it is. Like, think about it, man. Like, when fucking Josh Oliver fumbled that ball, Kirk goes right to his bench and picks up his iPad.
Right.
Kirk, if y'all pay attention to Kirk doesn't say a motherfucking word to nobody when they get on the sideline. He goes to his iPad. He goes to his iPad, bro. That's the only thing he does. Go look at leaders, man. Go look at Mahomes. Y'all know the famous Mahomes holding his hands right here, holding his little hands right here while he's standing on the sideline watching his defense play. because he's ready for somebody to mess up or something so he can hold them accountable because he's a real leader, man. He's ready to praise his guys if they do something good. He's just into the game. You know what I'm saying?
Into propping up his teammates.
I'm telling you,
on
man,
offense
it's annoying,
or defense. Man. And again,
this isn't about Kirk, though. I mean, obviously,
it
Kirk
really
didn't lose us
isn't.
the game.
But, even if he did those things, it wouldn't matter because, again, like you said, if he was a dog, if he was an alpha, he would go up to him and be like, come on, dude, I gave you a perfect pass. I didn't put you
He would hold them accountable.
Yeah, it's like, come on. We got to be better. I agree with you, James. Addison can't block. You're right. You're right. KJ will get you a 6th round, maybe a 5th round. No, I agree. If I could get a 5th for him right now, I'd do it. A 5th round pick.
Man, give me a bologna sandwich. You hear me? We got Jalen Naylor. Somebody goddamn can make 3 catches a game. I mean, shit. You telling me not? Come on.
It's ridiculous. Hunter's the only real value player. JJ, of course, but we're not doing that. I would say if you can find a team that would take Kirk and give him a new contract that you could get him to waive his no trade clause to, you could get a 2nd or a 1st for him. But again, there's for Cousins, yes. There's so many moving parts. Like I said, you got to find a team that would take him. You got to find a team that he would want to go to. You got to find a team that he would want to go to that would give him an extension right as part of the trade. And even then it's 50-50 because
you got to find a team who's dumb enough to fall for the statistics. You got to find a team dumb enough to fall for the statistics and not the characteristics. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that's what you got to do too. Because you will have smart coaches and GMs that'll say, well, the numbers are there, but you know what I mean? I look at his whole career and I look at the teams and what they've done and the success they've had, and that's not there. And there must be something there that little just might not be there, right? And you got coaches that are smart enough to know that, GMs that are smart enough to know that. So you also got to find a team who's desperate and dumb enough to say, like us when we got it from Washington, look at the 4,000 yards and be like, okay, yeah, he's a beast. And then they'll realize that the characteristics is what's really going to bite their ass. You feel me? That's what's going to happen. For sure.
No, I totally agree with you. And T-Bass, I love this one. Yeah, 1-3. And what's funny is people trying to defend that. I agree with James. Oliver didn't get the bench for the fumble, like KOC was saying. I'm going to start benching people. Well, okay, you didn't bench Oliver, so don't do that. What do you got now? Okay. And Oliver's your backup tight end for crying out loud. Man, if I call in, it's going to get deep. Scold Soup, do you got Facebook or Twitter?
It's going to get deep.
Hey, you got a Facebook or a Twitter? Just tweet me, JDay_24. Tweet at me. Well, no, DM me.
Yeah. This is the thing. This is the thing that we definitely gonna realize though is all of this is what we cannot do this week, y'all. Like seriously, man, let's not do this week because I was waiting on this game to be over with so that we can just really figure out how we can move forward and talk about the rest of the season. And I'm gonna tell you to sit back as Vikings fans and think that we have an easy part of our schedule coming up. Just realize that with the football team we have right now, no team is easy. I'm telling you that right now. No team is easy.
And our opponents are saying we get our easy part of the schedule with the Vikings in it. Stop the cap. Play stop the cap, please.
Yeah, man. Let's play that, man. Stop the cap, man.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit.
Word. I ain't want to hear nothing about that's the easy part of that. We can rally off 6-7 games in a row, man. Quit being delusional, man.
Frozen North in the building. Shout out to Frozen North. Appreciate y'all.
Shout out Frozen, man.
Hit them like buttons. If you don't already, hit that subscribe button. But the numbers are what matter. 2 million for one play. Well, actually, Mateo, it's 185 million for one playoff win. But we get your point.
How much? What? You get money for a playoff win?
No, he said 200 million for one playoff win. He's referring to Kirk Cousins, and I was saying it's actually 185 million for one playoff win. But the point is well seen. Oh, it's not his fault. It's not his fault. The defense deteriorated. Well, we couldn't sign some of our depth players. Because we
Yeah.
gave Kirk Cousins $28 million a year for 3 years.
Right.
Did you ever consider that that's part of the reason the defense fell apart? Yes.
Right.
Rick Spielman was garbage his last 5 years here. We understand that. Outside of Justin Jefferson and Christian Darrisaw, Rick Spielman's drafts were terrible. Let me go through this 5-year stretch. 2015, first round pick, Laquan Treadwell. 2016 was Laquan Treadwell. 2017, you didn't have a pick because you traded it for Sam Bradford. 2018, who was Mike Hughes. 2019, Garrett Bradbury. Who's playing better? I'll give Garrett Bradbury that, but it's what, year 5 or 6? No, year 5 for Garrett Bradbury. He's finally starting to figure it out. And so, yes, is that Kirk Cousins' fault? No, it's not. But at the same time, I'm sick and tired of listening to the notion, we need somebody like Dick Butkus on this team. You are not lying. Don't worry, we will lose to the Bears. You know what, James? We might.
Hey, look, listen. Again, for the ones who think the Bears are a guaranteed dub, man, like, listen, I'm telling you, do not set yourself up for failure, bruh. Do not set yourself up for failure. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if the Bears play half of a game they played last week, bro, we're done. I'm telling you right now, we're done. All right? And this is what it is.
We're already done.
The season, done. As far as like, and that's the
trying
thing,
to make the playoffs.
And that's the thing. Yeah, you got to ask yourself, what is success in your mind for rooting for your team, right? That's what you have to really sit back and ask yourself as a Vikings fan individually. Everybody individually, ask yourself, what makes me feel good about my team at the end of the season when it's all said and done, and you can say, hey, we won 6 games, we won 5 games, we won 10 games. Like, where is your bar set for a successful season in your mind? I'm going to tell you right now, mine is 10 and better. Every season, 10 or better, man. That's what I call a decent season, a successful season. You feel me? And obviously, I want to win a Super Bowl. That is the ultimate goal, bro. That's what I want this team to do, and I want them to make steps to getting there. And when I see us keep doing the same thing over and over again, like with the quarterback position and with a lot of shit, like even a Caleb Evans. Caleb Evans is not a starting corner, bro. I'm gonna keep telling y'all this, man. He is not a starting corner. Like, we need to figure that out. There's some shit on the line. Although the line played pretty good today, man. I got to give it up to the O-line.
Yes, I'm going to say this about the O-line, and that's a very good point. And I said this on the First and Skull recap show as well. The line played well outside of 2 plays. Yeah. One of them was the sack by Chris Jones, and Tony Romo said that's what killed that drive, and he's right.
Ezra Cleveland with that.
So, and there was a couple of other plays, like those blitzes that they did, and that's not all on the line. Some of it is Kirk's got to find his hot route, or he's got to recognize something. But anyway, by and large, this line played very, very well today. Mm-hmm. And, the defense, as I said, I'll take what the defense gave us. Yeah, I said it in all my previews. The offense has to carry its weight, and it has to carry a little bit more, because if you're asking your defense, the Mike Zimmer-led defense from 2017 would probably hold Patrick Mahomes to 24 points.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you still got to score 28, whether it's 24 or 27. I mean, again, Brian Flores doesn't have the talent that Mike Zimmer did, but he schemed him up really good today. He did everything to make the Chiefs earn every blade of grass that they got today. As I said earlier, Patrick Mahomes wasn't going up and down the field. He just took what the defense gave him for the most part and made 2 or 3 spectacular plays. He didn't make 8 or 9 spectacular plays. He made 2 or 3.
Right. Like, he wasn't out of this world today. So, like we got the Patrick Mahomes that we really would be asking for if we were going into this game. Like, hey, since we got to play Patrick, I hope we get this Patrick, and we got him, right? Yeah. Like, we got the one that was just being regular. Like, he wasn't really. I mean, he was obviously extending plays and running around, things that I was looking at and like, damn, I can't wait till we get a motherfucker that can do that. Now, listen. There was a couple plays where Kirk was like stepping up and shuffling around the pocket. I get it, man. Good, man. I'm going to give him his flowers when he deserves them. There was some shit, but he doesn't do that consistently, though. So it don't matter. He might have did it tonight, but next week he'll stand like a statue. That's the
Yeah.
problem. You know, the difference is Patrick Mahomes is going to do that every single game. You know what I mean? And there's a bunch of quarterbacks that'll do that every single game, extend plays and give their team an opportunity to not just pack it up and go in, man, and punt the damn rock. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. I mean, I said this to Dave from First and Skull. We text a little bit back and forth, just like you and I do. And I said that play where he stepped up early and then just used both of his hands. I was like, was that Kirk Cousins who just did that?
Yeah.
And if he would do that more, I don't mean literally, the forward pass with two. I'm not saying that's what he needs to do, but it's that mentality. It's that, oh crap, this play is gone to hell, but I'm still going to make something positive. Unfortunately, that play didn't count. They have no other cornerbacks to replace Evans, and they need to put Byron Murphy
seen that.
Yeah. I mean,
Mekhi Blackman didn't play bad.
I put Blackman in right now. I'm done.
Mekhi Blackman didn't play bad.
Right yeah. The Bears crowd will be fired up for. Oh no, yes, I said that earlier, and I'll say it again. You really think the Bears and their fans are not going to want to win that game for Dick Butkus more than just winning a game? Period. I'll tell you right now.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear all the fans thinking we're going to automatically win.
Giving my son a bat. You know what? Kansas City gave us a bat. I mean, again, did they fight well? Yes. Did they play better than both of us expected? Yes. I said 38-28. What'd you say your score was going
35-20.
Okay. So did they do better? Yes. But they still didn't take advantage of all of their opportunities. They didn't. And we both said on Friday, I said it this morning and Thursday, you cannot afford one misstep. You can't settle for field goals. You can't be punting the ball and going 3 and out. Not against Patrick Mahomes. Not if you expect to win. It's not going to happen. You can have 1 or 2 throughout the entire game on offense. And again, you can say, Justin, if they have 8 possessions, you can't expect them to score 6 touchdowns. No, I don't. But if you want to win, that's probably what it's going to take. And by the way, you only needed to score 4 touchdowns. You only needed 28 points. Now, again, if Kansas City was down that last drive where they were just trying to run the clock out, they would have just said, "Oh, well, we got to score," and they would have scored.
Right.
If we had tied up that game,
I feel like even if we would have scored that touchdown to tie the game, if they would have had a minute and something, they would have gotten field goal range. I feel like, I still would have wanted to see it, but still, I still wanted the chance. I still wanted to have that fight, but God damn it, I figured they probably would have anyways. But yeah, man. Speaking of Byron Murphy, I see Scoja Soup and everybody in 6 talking about Byron Murphy is letting me down, man. For sure. Byron Murphy definitely letting me down, man. Like, listen, he definitely ain't making an impact as I thought he would. He making me look wrong.
He's been okay.
He's been okay, yeah, but I thought he was going to be more.
We needed more than okay from him.
Yeah,
needed more than okay from him.
It's almost like Patrick Peterson. Patrick Peterson playing better than him.
Right. Sure. Shout out in the zone pocket. Why don't you give in the zone?
Shout out my guy, man. Shout out my guy in the zone, man. I know you ready to trade the farm.
We know that. Can somebody please explain the hype around Cam? Cam's been okay. Cam's been more than we expected of him.
Yeah.
Again, he mistimed his jump. And again, that's going to look worse than it really was. Right. But at the same time, I agree. He had an opportunity today and didn't take advantage of it. Shout out to Caesar. Augustus, can we move off the repetitive loss cycle? Never enough talent paying non-elite quarterback money. Yeah, that's why.
Exactly.
There's no reason. Dave argued with me 2 weeks ago. It's possible we could still extend Kirk Cousins.
Man, if we do that, we just gonna be here again.
We're just gonna be in the same spot that we've been. Is there a mathematical possibility of backing into the wild card? They are going to commit. Well, is there a mathematical possibility? Sure. Would that be
there's a mathematical possibility we can make the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
there's a mathematical, you know what that is? When every game, how many more games we got, including the Super Bowl? So that you would have to win 4 in the playoffs, right? Or 3 in the playoffs, and then however many we got left. So yeah, the mathing.
What's wrong with me wanting to win? I'm like, you're winning in the short term. That's what you're doing. And you're losing in the long term. Short-term pain for long-term gain. That's all it is. And at the end,
Yeah.
yes, there's a mathematical possibility we could still win the division. The Lions would have to collapse. And by the way, for anybody that yelled at me for having the audacity to say that Jared Goff was slightly better than Kirk Cousins, you want to come at me now? How Jared Goff look today? How did Jared Goff look today? A little bit better than how Kirk looked against that team a week before.
Yeah, Jared Goff balling, man. Jared Goff balling.
He does have a better offensive line, but it ain't that much better.
He was a first-round draft pick too. You know what I'm saying?
Number one overall.
Yeah, number one overall, I think. Yeah. He
I
already
got
been
that
to a Super Bowl, and guess what? The way he balling now, man, they in it. They in it, man. They definitely
They're
in it.
gonna win this division, that's for sure.
Like I'm gonna tell you right now, them
think
against
we
the Eagles, I could see a ball game. Like it ain't gonna be just no lay down and die. Like I could really see a ball game. And now the 49ers, they just look like they're just that much dominant. I think there's gonna have to be, and I don't wish injuries on anybody, but if the 49ers stay healthy, bro, I really do not see many teams
absolutely.
challenging them.
Not even Philly. If they stay healthy, that's
I don't even think Philly's gonna challenge them.
No. Philly, Philly's a great Philly's number 2. Dallas is number 3.
Yeah.
And obviously
Dallas is getting mollywopped right now by San Francisco.
What's the score? I didn't even look.
I think it's 21-7 right now.
Okay. All right. That's not
no, but it doesn't. They up San Fran's up by 14, but it definitely like is worse than even that though.
It feels worse than that.
They're just dominating them. Yeah, like they're really dominating them.
Shout out Cody in the building. What's going on? KOC wasted the timeouts. That's what.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Yeah. The first one to line up, and we said this earlier, but we'll say it again for those of us just joining us. The first one to line up defensively, I can understand it. It's one of those, don't put yourself in that position to have to burn a timeout, but be that as it may, go ahead. Whoever told KOC to challenge that play should be fired because there was nothing even close that you could see that would have turned that play into, oh, yeah, he never had control of the ball and it would turn over. Stop. And then he had to call another timeout. And I forget, I don't even remember. Oh, was it because of the delay of game? I don't remember. All I know is that there were 9 minutes and 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and you had burned all your timeouts. And as I said in our chat with the Purple and Skull media crew, you have no ability to challenge a call. Yeah. When it gets to 2 minutes, you got your booth reviews. But what if there was a pass play from Mahomes to Kelsey that literally was a drop pass that bounced on the ground and the referees called it a completed catch? You wouldn't be able to challenge it because you have no timeouts. And oh, by the way, we could have used those timeouts around the 2-minute mark. It is only by sheer luck that the Vikings managed to get that stop on 3rd and 2 to even get the ball back. So, yeah.
Damn, I just seen Nick Bosa go down too, as you say that. Yeah, right when I say that. Yeah, Nick Bosa. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee, boy. That looked bad too. Yeah, that boy down. That boy down and out. I ain't gonna lie, that gonna be tough. That could be tough one right there, boy. But no, I think they have so much depth though, man. I mean, Nick Bosa obviously
like when he's going down. Are you talking about like a serious injury or
is that it? Is that Nick Bosa that went down? Hold on a minute. I don't even know if that was Nick Bosa, but no, it looked like an ankle or something. Like they rolled up. Oh no, that wasn't even Nick Bosa right there. Somebody else. But man. Listen, man. There was one play. That we got the matter of fact, the play we got the delay of game on, right? I mean, it's like, yo, that again, another no leaders on this team, no leaders, bro. This is just another, man, listen, you know that you have no timeouts. You can't even get the offense together. You at home again, right? I wonder if they blame the crowd on that. Cause I'm sure I got to go watch the post game conferences. I'm sure they asked them about that. You know what I'm saying? Sure. So I wonder if they blamed it on because I know somebody probably said, "Hey, how'd you feel about that delay of game down there?" Because that was a crucial point. That was 4th down. It was 4th and 5, and then it was 4th and 7, I think, and then it turned into 4th and 12. Right?
Was that on 3rd down or was it on 4th down? I thought it might have been 3rd. Either way, it doesn't matter. It don't matter. But according to Six Game, what the equipment in Kirk's helmet, and so he couldn't hear the play, and he had to run over to Kevin O'Connell.
Yeah,
You
this
know
shit
what,
is a
Kirk?
circus, man.
You know, again, it's Keystone Cops with these guys. Again, if Patrick Mahomes' headset broke, do you think Patrick Mahomes runs over to Andy? Andy, I don't know what to do right now. What play should I run? Patrick Mahomes be like, whatever. We're gonna do this play. We're gonna do this play. Let's go.
Yeah.
I truly, I love
fumbling on the first damn drive. On the first play, bro. First play, you fumble. This team has no discipline whatsoever, man. This team lacks discipline, dog. Like, for real, bro. This team lacks discipline. Like, man,
I totally agree.
it's just crazy, man. It's crazy, man. The lack of discipline this team has, bro. Like, for real, man. And that has to go to coaching. You know what I'm saying? That has to go to coaching. But again, when I'm thinking about a bunch of grown-ass men on a team, it's different if you're talking about high school football, but we're talking about adults. You know what I mean? A bunch of adults that should know better. You shouldn't have to, there's something that we say at our jobs, and I'm sure y'all say at y'all jobs too, for the ones who have jobs that are adults. We know what has to be done, man. Come on, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, you might have to have a supervisor and shit because that's just what it is, but come on, man. Don't you hate when your supervisor tell you to do something that you already know what the hell got to be done anyway, but they just want to say it anyways? You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Like, we shouldn't have to tell you that you have to protect the damn football.
It should have happened like once or twice. Once or twice. And the dropsies are right there with the fumbling. Okay. We had 3 or 4 drops today. 3 or 4. I'm going to get a couple shots real quick because we got a couple of people that just walked in. We got Chad Myers in the building. Justin, think about how sweet the Coors Light will taste in April when we have the number 1 pick. You know what? You know what? I would take. Well, I'd like to win 2 games against the Packers. But yes, if we could be 3-14 and have the number 1 pick, it would suck all year. I'd have to come on our Monday night shows. We coming on our Sunday night shows, having to talk about the same. It would be so monotonous, but it would be worth it.
But think about this though. Who is in the bowl who's in the Caleb Bowl right now though? Think about that. It's us in Carolina. Like, listen, we front runners right now, bro. Like, we front runners. I mean, I guess the Bears too, because they only got 1 win now too. But hey, there's only a couple of us. I mean,
one of us gonna lose next week because we play each other.
It's only a couple of us. So hey, look, next week crucial. Next week is crucial, man.
You could even say that if we had lost to Carolina, we would be the only 0-5 team, so we'd be in position.
Because the crazy thing is this: if we lose to the Bears, right?
Yeah,
and then let's just say, no, because I guess we still got to play them twice. Never mind. I was going to say they might even have the tiebreaker if they beat us, even if we end with the same record. Like, say we both end, 4-13. Like, shit, they beat us though, so we get the number 1 pick. You feel me? Like, because I'm gonna tell you right now, the Texans balling, bro. Even though they lost today, man, they fighting, man. CJ Stroud's a dog.
I hate talking like this. I really do. I don't want to be talking like this.
Me neither.
I mean, listen, here are the list of 1-4 teams: the Bears, the Vikings, the Giants, the Patriots, the Cardinals, and the Broncos. And then Carolina's 0-5. So we tied for the 2nd worst record in the NFL. And we got nincompoops out there that want to say, we can beat the Bears and then we'll lose to San Francisco, but we'll be 2-5. And you think we're going to win 5 games in a row? On what planet do you think any 2-5 team? So if Carolina wins their next 2 games and gets to 2-5, you're going to tell me that Carolina's got a shot at winning 5 games in a row?
Zoe got a point though. The Bears have their pick, so we got to even stop mentioning it. Carolina don't even have a damn first round draft pick.
The Bears got Carolina's pick, so the Bears got 2 shots.
Exactly.
2 shots to get in the
They got 2
pick.
chances. Yeah.
All right, for all my folks in Minnesota, home run in the top of the 6th, and the Twins now up 6-0, baby. We got our split in Houston. We coming home with a chance to close it out. As long as shout out to the Twins. We got him. Time to look forward towards the draft. It's not even about the draft for me. You know what it's time to look forward to? It's time to look forward to stop doing the same thing over and over again. Stop signing older players to long contracts and pushing money out via void years and all that other bullshit.
Including Kirk.
Yes. I don't care if Kirk Cousins has a 28 dead cap hit. Fine. Pay it. It's not going to go away.
Yeah.
It's not going to go away. I beg your pardon. 5-0 Twins. I beg your pardon. But anyway,
yeah, like even Kirk, it's time to just send him on his damn way, man.
Go on ahead. Tell us where you want to go.
Yeah, send him on his way, man. That's the best thing for us fans. Listen, we gotta hurry up and just get through the hard part and think about it. It might not be as hard as y'all think it's gonna be. I'm gonna tell you right now, man. There's a possibility you strike gold. You know what I mean? I think it's our time to strike gold eventually, right? So I think this draft we go after one of the top quarterbacks, man. We get him. He comes in, and we get it. We still have a fighting chance because we have the pieces as far as talent to put around a rookie quarterback to make them pretty good. So, hey, I'm cool with it. But you bring back Kirk. What else can you do for him that's going to get him to a Super Bowl? You got the best wide receiver in the fucking NFL. You feel me? You supposedly have one of the best tight ends, but I mean, he's not playing like it. But still, yet you have a bunch of weapons. He had one of the best running backs in the NFL at one point. So, hey, look, you've already tried a bunch of shit. Like you've tried a bunch of things, man.
You've tried to give him everything.
We done gave you the world and back. God damn it! You know what I mean?
I mean, listen, we gave him the number 1 defense.
Couldn't do it.
And then we gave him Justin Jefferson.
Still can't do it.
Yeah. I mean,
but
honestly,
he throws for 4,000 yards, though, guys.
No, it's not his fault. It's the offensive
he's number 1
fault.
in pass completion.
Oh, my gosh. It's just, I don't understand. Here's what I don't understand. I don't understand people at my age or older, and I'm 44, my age or older, who have seen the Vikings get to and lose 5 NFC championship games over a 44-year stretch, okay? 87, 98, 2000, 2009, and 2017. And the rest of the time, they're just kind of a middling team. Aren't you sick of being a middling team? Oh, but Justin, if we get rid of Kirk Cousins and we don't bring back Danielle Hunter, we're going to be a bad team. How many times do I got to say it?
Bullshit.
Here's the thing. You said 10 wins. I said 11. You said 10 wins would be success. I say 11 wins. I'll tell you why. You got teams that are 6 wins or fewer. You got teams that are 11 wins or more, and you got teams that are 7 to 10 wins. Because if you get 10 wins, you're probably a wild card that gets bounced in the first round, or you're a division winner that gets bounced in the first round. Maybe you pull off a wild card win.
Yeah.
But my point is this. I've made this point. The Wolves have owned this team for 18 years. This is year number 19 for them. They've had 4 seasons of 6 wins or fewer, and they've had 4 seasons of 11 wins or more, and they have had 10 seasons where you're 7 to 10 wins, because that's what they want. They want to be competitive so that they can make as much money as they can. I'm sick of being a 7 to 10 win team. I'm willing to endure being a 6 or less win team, because sometimes you have to take 1 step backwards to take 2 steps forward. We have seen it a million times.
Right.
A million times.
Yeah.
At least in my
and it's clear to see that you can make it far without a quarterback that throws 4,000 yards. You know what I'm saying? Like if you go and look at the teams that make it to the NFC Championship and make it to the Super Bowl, besides Patrick Mahomes, obviously Patrick Mahomes is in a league by itself. He's just a generational talent, and they have Andy Reid that's going to go down as one of the best coaches to ever coach the game as well. But like you look at a lot of these other quarterbacks, man, like Brock Purdy's and shit. Brock Purdy struggles to throw over 200 yards a game. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? The motherfuckers is making it to the damn NFC Championship game every damn year down there. Now, even with Garoppolo, that dinks and dunks, can't throw a deep ball to save his life. But that just proves that you don't really need, like, getting all of those stats, and you got to put in context. We play from behind a lot, man. Y'all think about the last 3 years as a Vikings fan.
Yes. Here's the thing. People say, oh, Kirk does so much better when he's from behind. Yeah, because he starts throwing effort balls. Yeah. And he doesn't think about it. Kirk being down 14 points is a better quarterback than Kirk
Right.
being up 14 points because
Right.
he plays not to lose.
Right.
Oh, I'm so afraid that I might throw a pick six that I'm just going to dink and dunk. We can go 3 and out. And the defense that got stops that allow us to get up by 14, they'll just get another stop. I just
Right.
work here. I just
Shout
work
out,
here.
put Dave first in skull up, man, because
right.
that's the very last comment, the one that
Yeah.
he just commented. Like that is the point too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes,
for real.
that's the same point I've made. And people want to say I'm a bad fan. There's no point in being competitive. Rebuild is an oxymoron.
It is.
Don't if either try to be competitive, which this team was never going to be,
and
but
we're
they don't
not
wanna
right
admit
now.
that,
And we're
or
not.
just rebuild. You know, here, let me give you this. I'm gonna give a few people a shout out that we haven't got yet. Chad, I got Chad already. Shout out to Brian. Kurt
Shout
sucks,
out Brian, man. Absolutely.
And yes, I'm effing tired of that. Yes, me too. Shout out Dave Thibodeau in the building. What's going on, Dave? Good to see you. Good to see you. What do you think of the Oklahoma? I don't know enough about him. I would be lying.
QB. He seems all right.
You know something
he
about
played
him?
a good game. He played a good game
Fair enough.
yesterday against Texas.
I mean, I don't watch all that much college, and I certainly didn't yesterday because I was watching the Twins, if I'm being honest with you. But at the end of the day, oh, I love this. I love this one from Mateo. Competitive Rico, world's tallest midget.
Hey, for real, Mateo. Like the competitive rebuild BS, man, is stupid, dog. Like it's stupid. It's like just fucking rebuild that. I mean, it's just time to rebuild, man. It's time to rebuild, man. And what does that mean? That means start out with a new quarterback. You know what I mean? So that you
not
can
making
start
45
building a
million.
roster. Exactly.
It's not making 45 million.
Exactly, man. Like how about go back to the Vikings football where we leaned on our defense? You know, so you bring in these big name free agents to help your defense, you know, bring in a big name defensive tackle that becomes a free agent that you know can make an impact right away. Bring in an impactful cornerback, a free agent. Draft better, because that is something that the Vikings also need to do too. That is a key piece, is being able to draft.
That's what I was talking about Rick Spielman a minute ago. That's exactly it. And again, is that Kirk Cousins' fault that Rick Spielman dropped off the last 6 years? No, it's not.
It's not.
No, it's not. I like this one from Ryan. I think they take their lumps this year. But again, Ryan, I agree with you. Let me be clear. I'm agreeing with you. But the Wilfs will not allow this team to completely fall down and take all of the lumps they need. Okay? I said this to Mike before the old you-know-what broke up, okay? I said to Mike, if we fire Mike Zimmer and Rick Spielman, you trade Kirk Cousins. Getting rid of 2 out of the 3 of them is stupid. Like if you got rid of Kirk and Zimmer but kept Spielman, that would have been stupid. If you got rid of Rick and Kirk but kept Zimmer, that would have been stupid. You needed to get rid of all 3 of those pillars, your GM, your coach, and your quarterback. Yeah. And I said to Mike, I said, if they keep Kirk, let me tell you right off the bat what's going to happen. They will be mediocre for the next 2 years, 23 and 24, and then we'll start our rebuild. 22 and 23, and we'll start our rebuild in 24, which means all you did was delay the inevitable for 2 years and waste 2 years of Justin Jefferson's rookie contract. Right. And damned if I ain't right. Somebody tell me I ain't right. And I'll tell you right, Mike will come in here or whatever the case. He will tell you that is what I said.
I seen somebody share some. I think it was Dave from Minnesota Sports. I seen him share a picture, matter of fact, of that Justin Jefferson talk about. He got a picture of Kirk Cousins in his locker and shit. I'm like, yo, that's another thing. Why are we looking for every little thing to believe that these motherfuckers is so in love with this guy, man? Listen, dog, that's not the case, man. I'm telling you right now, it's not the case. And look, yes, he's a good enough quarterback. I actually think that Jordan Addison is benefiting off of Kirk Cousins. As well, because, you know, I said that when we drafted Addison, I said, it's kind of good that, you know, if we went for a wide receiver in the first round, the best possible situation for Jordan Addison would be to have a Kirk Cousins here, because, you know, what happened is if you get a rookie quarterback and a rookie wide receiver, it's kind of, they got to get that time in, and to where Kirk can kind of accelerate and let us see what we really have in Addison. Well, guess what, guys? We've seen it. All right. So now we know. All right. So now it'll be okay after this season. And this is me talking about accepting the fact that number 8's going to be our quarterback for the next 12 games or whatever it is that we have to deal with him. That's okay. I'm okay with that. I've already accepted.
As long as it results in him being, that's it, you're gone.
Right. As long as we know that after this, we're going to see a different face of the Vikings, like a different look, man. I just want a different look. I think it'll rejuvenate a lot of things, man. And look, we're not saying that it's guaranteed that we're going to get a fucking Patrick Mahomes. We understand that. But the truth is this, you have to take the chance. You have to roll the dice, man.
Yes.
Like, listen, in life in general, you have to roll the damn dice, man. It's time to roll the dice. I thought it was time last draft. But, hey, this draft, it's absolutely time to roll the dice. For real.
Here's the thing about it, though. If you want to keep Kirk, you are guaranteed to be a 7 to 10 win team again. If you take a rookie quarterback, you might be a 6-win team or less. You might be. In fact, that's the more likely scenario. You're not going to be an 11-win team right off the bat. But if you're a 6-win or less team for even 2 years, now you've cleared off all your dead salary cap hits. You've gotten rid of your older veteran players. You've had 2 seasons to see who you're going to keep and who you're going to get rid of. And you've had 2 years for this quarterback to develop with Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison, with those 2 wide receivers. So all I'm going to say is this. Yes, you might take a step back for a year or 2. But as I've said, sometimes you got to take a step back to take 2 steps forward. Otherwise, well, what if we end up being like the Cleveland Browns and we're bad for 5 years? If you know what? If after 2 seasons, the quarterback you drafted next year doesn't work out, you draft another one and you try it again.
Right.
But as opposed to what? Being stuck in perpetual mediocrity.
Well, I put it like this, though, Dave. This is something that would be a crucial move. Let's say we're in a position where like Carolina was last year. And let's say we're at the 9th, 10th spot, 8th to 10th spot, right? And we say, you know what? Caleb Williams is there. This team at the top, whoever it is willing to deal with us, but they want a pretty nice haul. We got to give them our first,
just like what Carolina gave.
Right. I feel like that right there. If you make that move, it has to hit. Like you have to hit on it, man. You have to, because that's going to be crucial because it's going to cost you years down the road. And the thing we're trying to do, the rebuild that we're trying to do, that's going to throw a monkey in the wrench. Now, I mean, that's going to throw it. Yeah, that's definitely going to throw a monkey in the wrench. But like, but if you I look at it like this. If there's a team at the top that's willing to will and deal with you, and it costs you 3 first-round picks and all this, but it's a guy like Caleb Williams where you know that this guy can just play football. I mean, you don't even have to think that hard about it. Like you can just watch him and know that he's the closest thing to a generational talent quarterback that we've seen in a long time.
Since Andrew Luck.
Exactly. Like you take that chance, bro. Like that's a chance you take. Because if you want to say, no, we don't want to give up that, we're going to wait until the 10th pick and we'll just get whoever's left. That's when you fail. All right. That's when you fail, when you just go with the flow type of shit. You got to actually have intent with your decision, have intent, like know what you're doing when you make that move. Don't just settle for what's there. You know what I mean? That's when you fail. You know what I mean? Like, fuck that.
And see, here's first off, Jim NFL. Shout out Jim NFL. Why don't you give him 2 claps? Let's give Jim NFL 2 claps.
Oh, Jim NFL. Let's go, man. Shout out Jim. Shout out my guy.
2 claps and a Ric Flair.
Any top team.
SK talking about ship out Daniil and Kirk if possible. He in our chat. SK. Hey, 6. I don't know who you were talking about. You say SK gets annoying when you talk about somebody. He was saying, so he said SK is annoying because he gets mad when you talk about maybe Kirk or something, but nah, like
SK is half a Dave. He's not the same level as Dave. He's half. Let's just be clear. Mr. I want to put Kirk Cousins in the top 5 over Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, stop it.
I ain't letting that go. I'm gonna say that to his ass every damn week. No, I said SK is right.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right.
I don't know. I forgot what we talked about.
I don't know. Shoulder was climb the pocket. Yeah. Yes. It doesn't take much more to climb the pocket better than Kirk Cousins. It just doesn't.
It does.
And again, we praised him for the 2 times he did it today. It's 2 times. You know what's funny about
and that's a damn shame. That's a damn shame, man.
Here's the thing. You remember that touchdown he ran in against the Cardinals last year?
Oh,
15 yards.
Yeah.
And all the Kirk stands want. See, he's a running quarterback. He can scramble for 15 yards and a touchdown.
We ain't see that shit yet.
You got one example over 6 years. I'm not saying Kirk's never had a rushing touchdown. He did have a 6-yard rushing touchdown in 2019 when he ran they ran what do you call that? Run pass option. But RPO, thank you. Run pass option. There you go.
Yes. Shit myself hey, for real.
You ain't lying.
Because you don't see it like that. Like you don't. Usually he just takes the sack. You know what I mean? Yes. He looks at the play as it failed and take the sack and go on to the next play. You know what I mean? What it is. That's what's annoying. That's what's annoying about this team sometimes is we're just programmed to run like a computer, man. Like the play call is the play call. That's what we're going with. If the O-line doesn't block, the play's done. Kirk's just going to take the sack or throw the ball away. You know, if the receivers don't run the right route, it's over with. There's no chance of jailbreaking and maybe extending the play. There's just none of that extra sauce to the game. It's just, hey, call the next play. You know what I'm saying? Because this one didn't work. Call the next one. Like, it's just like, come on, man. Like, you know how many times I watched Caleb Williams last night during his game where the play broke down, but yet this motherfucker still went out there scoring touchdowns.
That was so
getting
ridiculous.
First downs, man. Come on, man.
Ridiculous last night. He was so ridiculous.
Like, for real, man. That's what a baller does, bro.
Yeah, that's what an alpha does. He says, screw it. We shouldn't even be in this position right now. Our defense let us down, but whatever. I don't care. I'm going to go back out there. I remember, Kirk scored 31 points and we lost 33-31. Yeah, but Kirk had the ball with 2 minutes to go and 2 timeouts where all we needed is a field goal, and he didn't get it done. Well, he threw for 400 yards and we scored 31 points. We needed 34. Go out. I don't care what you do before the 2-minute warning in the fourth quarter. None of that matters if you're down. And you can say, well, the defense didn't hold up their end of the bargain. You can say that all you want. Right. But if you got the ball with 2 minutes left, 2 timeouts, and you're only down 2 points, you have to go back out there and execute that shit again. Oh, my gosh. I agree with what Brian's here. I've had it up for a minute. I don't care what kind of person you are off the field. And to your point, yes, I'm sure everybody does like him as a person. I mean, you and I do. As a person, as a quarterback, get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. I'm sorry. We need a quarterback like Trevor Lawrence watching the game today. He literally should have been sacked 6 times. Yeah. Yeah. Pocket awareness and the ability to just sidestep somebody.
Bruh. I mean, shit, I know
Sarah,
who
that's
you
why
would
we love
have.
you.
I know who you would rather have for sure.
We all know who you'd rather have. Let stop the
And again, man, this game is not on Kirk, man. You know,
no, it's not.
We just want to make that
it's
clear,
just the
man.
philosophy at this point.
Yeah, this game isn't on Kirk. You know,
I mean, this is what Dave said to me a couple of weeks ago. What's wrong with one more year? I'm like, if you get Kirk for one more year, he's going to take up $50 million of salary cap space. Well, he said he would take a discount. I'm like, if he took a discount to 37 million and his cap hit is 47 million, what the hell good does that do you? None. And by the way, Kirk's not taking any less than what Daniel Jones got. And he's not signing for 1 year. That's why it's like, why are we even talking about this? He's not going to sign for 1 more year. Oh, and by the way, to circle back to what you said about Carolina having the 8th pick and trading up a boatload to get up to number 1 with Chicago. Well, we just got done talking all night about how Chicago has Carolina's 1st pick this year upcoming, right? So again, I don't want to be at the 8th spot, having to trade up to the 1 spot and having to give up a 1st-round pick next year. Guess what I want to be? I want to be the team that's number 1. So I can just take my guy, and then I've got all the rest of my draft capital to fix other holes. Okay? Yeah. Anyway. I can't wait for Tuesday night. It's going to be fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, look. Man, look, man. Man, I'm about to get up out of here, honestly, Dave. If you want to hold it down a little longer, man, I'm done. To be honest with you, we talked enough about Kirk. We talked enough about this motherfucking team. Like, I'm telling you right now, next week it's gonna be fun. You feel me? Because it's always fun doing this, man, and
Absolutely.
talking to our supporters and stuff like that. And we appreciate y'all tapping in. And we don't want to
We
beat
love you all.
Kirk
We
down
don't
to
want
the
to beat this
ground
dead
every
horse a million
single
times.
week. But
Right.
the truth of the matter is, whether he played good or he played bad, the truth of the matter is, things just need to change around this organization, man. And I'm gonna tell you right now, man, it needs to be a different look, bro, because we are gonna continue to get the same results over and over and over again, right? Even if we win 15 games, go 15-2. I promise you, the first playoff game, we are getting bounced. You hear me? Like that's the confidence that I have with a guy like him as my quarterback. I'm just telling you right now. So whether we fucking 2-15 or we 15-2, man, I don't think there's that much goddamn different. We need to move off of him and get a new face in this building to build some new confidence. Then we can, like you said, like me and you agree with, build a damn football team. You hear me? Build a football team. It's impossible with what we have going on, man. And frankly, I think JJ's getting sick of the shit, to be real with you. The way he be looking like I know some people, he just want to win. Yeah, he probably do want to win. I get that. But I think there's some deeper shit too that he's sick of. And what is that? Not getting thrown the damn football. You feel me? Like, for real.
Here's the last thing, and then we'll get up out of here. We'll just get up out of here together because it's been an hour and a half, and I want to watch the rest of this Twins game. But people want to say JJ's not going to want to stay if we get rid of Kirk because then we'd be a bad team with a rookie quarterback. What the hell are we right now? A bad goddamn team. I'd rather lose with a rookie quarterback. This is what's funny about Dave. All he want, and I agree with Dave on this point. Wanted to get rid of Dalvin Cook because we were misusing running backs last year. And if we're going to misuse running backs, I'd rather misuse a cheap one.
Right.
If we're going to be a bad team, I'd rather be a bad team with a cheap quarterback. But you tell him that, well, no, that's different. That's different. I'm like, the only difference is that it's Kirk. That's the only fucking difference.
Yeah. It's like we just want to win. No, because I still want to win 6 games. You know what I mean? I still want to win 6 games. I got this hat. This is the Bud Grant hat that we got when we went to actually this isn't the Bud Grant one. This is actually the Miller Lite one that we got at Buffalo Wild Wings at Friday Football Feast, but the Bud Grant ones are the same exact ones. It's the one they were giving away, the classic, when they wore the classic jerseys.
We all apprate
boy, Brock Purdy is balling on their ass, bro. Like, it's ugly out there. Brock Purdy is a beast. He just out
28
there.
to 10.
He out there just having his way, man. Brock Purdy a damn dog, man. I ain't gonna lie. He a damn dog. Like, that offense is perfect.
Rap, that's not fair. He's got a good offensive line.
He's got a good offensive line and Kittle. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always a damn excuse, man. You feel me? There's always but he got this, man. Get out of here, man. This man was damn mystery relevant. You know what I mean?
Think about that.
This man was mystery relevant. Now he more relevant than all them motherfuckers, man. For real, man. But yeah, man. But hey, shout out to y'all, man. I'm exhausted, bro. I'm mentally exhausted. Like, I'm just, again, obviously, y'all know we have shows lined up throughout the whole week. We'll be able to
on tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen.
Guys. Hey, Days on tomorrow night. Make sure y'all here tapping in with the boy. I'm gonna drop me a video tomorrow. Obviously, just doing my solo thing, talking about how I really feel once I sleep on this shit. So, make sure y'all tapping in, man. We appreciate y'all, man. We love y'all.
Hey, so next week we will be on Rap's channel for Rapping for Days. So if you don't already subscribe to Purple Pocket Podcast, do so tonight on your way out.
Absolutely.
Also, hit that like button on the way out. And if you don't already subscribe to me on Purple and Gold for Days, I need some subs too. Want to give one more shout out to My Worthless Opinion and Bandito, each throwing a $5 super chats. Why don't you give one more? Why don't you give one more Ric Flair for those two one more time?
Let's go, man.
I give me 2 claps and a Ric Flair.
Let's go.
All right, so my show, I say 8:15, but I try to do it and I try to sync it up around when the halftime is for the Monday night game, particularly tomorrow night when we got the Packers playing the who they playing? They playing Vegas tomorrow. So
Yeah.
I might not get a whole hour and a half. I might just go for about 45 minutes. So I'll probably start around the 2-minute warning.
That
which
boy
probably be
always
about
say that.
15. Yeah, I know, right? I said that every time. I'm only gonna do this. I'm only gonna do that. Salute. Absolutely appreciate
Y'all
you.
know Day can talk. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know
Especially when
Day
we
has
got
to
30
talk.
people in the building throwing the chats in. You know what?
Absolutely. He gonna go down every chat. He gonna go
Yeah.
down every one of y'all. Shout out to
Everyone.
Day, man. Day make sure that
Everyone.
Day make sure he acknowledges everybody. And you know, that's something that I was big on when we started this, man. We like to make people feel like they part of this shit, man. So that's a good thing we
And
do.
you
for
are.
sure.
You guys are. And I've said this
Absolutely.
before, and I know Rap will co-sign on this. Rap and I could do this show on a non-live and just record it.
Right.
And we would talk for about 25, maybe 30 minutes. But we've been
Right.
on here 90 minutes because you guys are here and that you
Right.
guys support us and that you guys are the loyalist people. So again, we are humbled and we thank you guys so very, very much. Any last parting thoughts, Rap?
Man, listen, all I gotta say, man, is embrace the suck, man. Where's embrace the suck at, man? You know what I mean? Hey, look, it's not that bad, guys. Just remember, there's always next year. You know, there's always next year. There's always next year. There's always next year. You know what I mean? That's the line of the rest of the season, man. There's always next year. Remember? Let's just hope we make some moves, man, for sure.
We appreciate you, Brian. Like I
Because
said,
we're gonna fuck around, catch that L next week. Let me tell you that.
I said that last week. I'm like, watch, we're gonna lose to Chicago.
Do not
Anyway.
cry when we lose to Chicago.
No, absolutely not. Thanks again. Subscribe to both
Yeah, man.
channels. We love you guys.
Absolutely.
Again, I'll see you tomorrow night around 8:15, Tuesday night at 6:30 with Under the Lights, where me and Dave will probably argue and probably fight because that's just what we do. All right, Ryan, I got you. I got my guy, Ryan. I got
Acknowledge my guy, man.
I know, right?
Give me
That's
Ric Flair.
all
All right, we out.
righty. Thanks
Yeah,
again
man.
kindly for joining us. Skol
Good
Vikes.
boy.